Hello everybody, Jeff with the Green Review here. A lot of people are celebrating Earth Day or Arbor Day, and I thought it'd be a great idea to talk about how to plant the tree properly. This tree has been planted improperly in 4 different ways. The trunk of a tree comes down and flares out for the roots. We want to be able to see that flare, and this tree is okay for that. It wasn't buried too deep with the soil up here, making it look like a telephone pole is planted. But the tree is planted too high. There's several inches from the top of the soil here to the top of the soil in the surrounding landscape here. So this tree was planted high. It could be that the people planting the tree planted it high because they dug too small of a hole. It could be that they decided that the surrounding soil was poor in some way, that the water level was too high. In that case, this is the wrong tree for this location. Either it's the wrong planting method or it's the wrong tree. We want to plant the proper tree so that it will thrive and not just survive. This tree, being planted high, is going to send out its root system up high onto the soil surface in the surrounding area here, where it's going to get hit by lawnmowers and people walking on it. So it would be better if this was planted properly. We could fix this by taking this tree out and putting it back in, or we could raise the surrounding soil a little bit and change the landscaping. We want the tree to thrive, not just survive. In this case, it's going to just survive. Another thing that they did wrong on this tree was that they left the wire basket on. So the wire basket is here all the way around, and what happens here is the large holes in the basket allow the roots to go through, but the roots are going to grow much larger than the holes. So at some point, the roots are going to be girdled, the tree growth is going to slow, and so the tree is going to survive and not be thriving. So in this case, digging around the outside here and taking wire cutters and cutting that basket off would be a good idea. They did remove the burlap from the top of the ball, but they did not remove it from the sides of the ball, so it's still on all the way around. The burlap wicks the moisture out of the soil, and so it's drying out all the way around, so the roots are going to have a harder time getting out of the ball and into the surrounding soil. So when this is dug up to cut the basket off, we should also be cutting the burlap off. Some burlap is treated at the nurseries so that it won't decay at the nursery. It also doesn't decay in the ground for a long time, and so that inhibits the root growth coming out. So we want to make sure that if the burlap is left in there, that it's not a treated kind and will decay. If it's bright green, it a lot of times is treated. This one's brown, so maybe this will decay quick enough to help the tree thrive instead of just survive. The fourth thing that was done improperly here was the amount of bark mulch that was put on. Most of this bark mulch is gone. It was just bare soil here. And so we would really prefer 2 or 3 inches of bark mulch on here. Not up onto the tree trunk, just flush right in here at the soil level at the tree trunk, but moisture preserving mulch out here. We also would like the grass to be removed for 6 inches to a foot all the way around the tree, and bark mulch put there too. Studies have shown that the trees that have a larger ring of bark mulch get their roots out into the surrounding soil faster, and the trees thrive better and don't just survive when their roots are not competing with the surrounding grass for moisture. So we want to plant this tree at the proper height. We want to take the basket off, we want to take the burlap off, and we want to mulch it properly. If you do those 4 things, your tree is going to thrive and not just survive like this tree. I hope you enjoyed it and have a great Earth Day or Arbor Day. And until next time, this has been a Green Review.